money in the bank.
Rates are good. Pretty exciting.
You know why? Right.
Free money. You understand what I'm saying?
Thanks for staying with us. This is your Real Estate Chalk Talk. I just had to let that play out.
I know. That's great.
How
free money.
Yeah, free money. All right.
Free money.
Tell us about the money. Tell us about the money.
Well, we had nice improvement last couple days, as you saw. I
saw a headline, man. It's like first interest rate improvement in 7 months?
Coming down.
Let's
go.
Man.
8%. We're right there. Great. Versus 8 and 8.
Get her down.
Yeah, it's good. So rates are coming down. That's good news this morning.
Just want something with a 7 in front of it.
Yeah. Just something. Just something with a 7.
Just something with a 7 in front of it.
Once we get a 7.999.
Part of that article I read was that a year ago interest rates were 6.95 or something like that.
No, we're literally 125 basis points higher in rate over a year ago. It's crazy.
And that's all going to the pocket of the lender, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't tell you how much money we're making.
Where is it going?
Yeah.
It's got to be going to. I know it isn't coming to Keith Areno.
No, it's not. But here, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the markets here. Jobs report came out this morning. Anticipated number 180, just over 180,000 new jobs. We came in at 150.
Okay.
That's good news, right? Because that's the Fed wants to see things slow down. New job growth to decrease, things to get worse.
Clearly,
and it is.
Yes.
The Fed also came out this week and said, "Hey, we are pausing on any Fed increases."
Saw that.
That helped, right? So we saw some things finally because they're kind of
election year coming. We better pause on some of this stuff
because next year, you know what they're going to do. Start to reduce, right? They'll start to reduce towards
things are improving. Everything's great.
Yeah, it's like And the problem is no one sees this stuff, right? No. It's like, come on, get behind the curtain a little bit. And if the curtain's wide open, people just have the inability to just go and look at what's really going on. But we're seeing better rates a little bit. But better rates, folks, is still, if your lender isn't lying to you, they're still high 7s, low 8s. I mean, just now we'll all talk about doing a buy down, 2-1 buy down, 1-0 buy down, reduce blah blah blah. At the end of the day, rates are high 7s,
and you still
on
have
30-year
to qualify
fixed money
for that fully.
Yep, and it's tough. I mean, you're looking at these payments, like doggone it, and we're doing some things. We're doing like a 1-0 buy down for free right now, just in our Egan office, just to kind of be helpful. But that's only getting you down to to be honest, like 6.99, 7 and an eighth, But it helps on that payment initially, just because that shock is pretty dramatic
for people.
What's
the cost of that if someone were to do
about 70 basis points?
So can you aid in that as a buyer? Say if you're going to do a
1-0 buy down.
If you're going to do a 1-0 buy down, can I help with that cost as the buyer to make that better for me? Just let's buy it down even more.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You could do a 2-1 buy down.
Cost then?
That costs almost just under 2 points, 2%. Right. So I had
1%
of the sales price.
The sales price.
Yep.
This is more for the people listening.
It's
interesting.
Yeah. We just had one yesterday where the seller said, "Hey, we'll come in and we'll buy the rate down for you, or we'll do a 2-1 buy down." And they were just saying, "Hey, will you run a bunch of numbers for us to say if we just buy the rate down permanently, or if we do a 2-1 buy down?" And the 2-1 buy down still was the cheaper way to go with the most dramatic impact for the builder versus just trying to pay, because you just can't get down 2% without paying a bunch of money. So. But it's kind of fun. I like the fact, and this was a new construction, not a big box, just a mid to smaller builder who doesn't have. What's nice is I have a meeting now with them to kind of talk about some things we can do, but that's neither here nor there. They just wanted, what are some ways that as the builder we can do some things to incent people to come in now.
To compete with these nationals who are buying big blocks of money.
Yep. All they're doing is the big boxes are doing forward commitments. They're buying a chunk of money. However, those things are running out. When I was out kind of looking at properties and doing stuff like that, looking at some new construction, they said the rate, you were like 4.99 or 5.99, whichever it was, they were saying, "Hey, we're about out."
Right.
And when we're out, we're out. They also told me it's a 780 credit score. It's this.
Right.
So not everybody walking into that new construction development gets that, but it's a nice thing over here to kind of try to get you to at least walk through their model, and it looks pretty and blah blah blah. Right. So anyway, rates are coming down a little bit. Some good news for rates, bad news for the economy, but that's what everybody wants right now. And quite honestly, you're out talking to people. We talk to a lot of business owners, and you're talking to people. It's slowing down.
It's slowing down.
Across the board, different markets. It's slow. You can just feel it. It's unsettling, right? It's I called it an unsettling slow, right? It's unsettling right now with how not busy some people are. So
well, it's stagflation. I mean, you're going back to Jimmy Carter days. I mean, that's really what it is.
Yep.
High inflation. I mean, the rate of inflation has come down, just like the rate of appreciation increase in home prices has slowed.
Yep.
So has the increase in the cost of vegetables, but they're still 30% higher than they were 2 years ago.
right.
And they were kind of stuck there. So now you've got higher costs locked in now.
Yep.
And wages haven't come up that much, although the auto workers just made a record thing, which is, great. Except now it's going to cost $100,000 to buy a car.
Right. So anyway, so we saw that piece right now. I talked about the Fed unanimously paused raising any rates, so that's a good thing. We were talking last segment about first-time homebuyer programs. Again, that's just a really good conversation to have with us. At 651-231-2500, because there are a lot of community programs, and we'll do, maybe I'll pick some communities for next week and just talk about, hey, here's these programs.
Kelvin, are they always first-time homebuyer, or
most are,
okay,
but some are not. So again, it's a conversation to say, in this area, are there any first-time homebuyer? But a lot of
who qualifies as a first-time homebuyer?
You have to be probably you have to be a percentage of the median income in the Twin Cities.
But what makes you a first-time homebuyer?
You haven't had ownership in the last 3 years.
3 years.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and then you got to fit in the box, but a lot of people do fit in the box.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
In terms of like income.
Yeah.
Too much
household.
income's not good. Right,
Too much.
The right sweet spot.
Sweet spot in the income.
How does credit score impact your rate?
You have to be, your credit score has to be X. Like for Minnesota housing, it has to be a 660 score or 650 score, depending on which program you're using, but nothing lower than 650 for them. So now you have a first-time home buyer beat up credit and they're trying to get in. But now what's great is we have Access Zero, which is 0% FHA. Now we can get down to a 580 score, 0 down, and you're asking last segment, are you concerned about, are you guys setting things up again because you're zero in, and then, yep. Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, I think it's
high interest, not paying a lot of.
I don't think it's smart.
Right.
I mean, and I'm a mortgage guy, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was smart when we did it 10 years ago, when we did it 15 years ago, when we did it 20 years. I don't think it's smart. I think you should have some skin in the game.
Yeah, especially when you're in a high interest rate environment and in a low appreciation environment. The return is not good. So if you do have to move for whatever reason,
you're upside down.
2 years and you're a first-time home buyer and you haven't put any cash in there and you have to move, it's a short sale scenario. Now we have to sell the house.
Yeah.
And so you're in a situation where we have to sell it, and there's costs associated with selling, and there's a whole conversation about the cost of selling real estate right now in the real estate community. But that is still there. There's still a cost to sell real estate, and you haven't paid down the mortgage in terms of the principal, and you haven't received a bunch of appreciation on that property, and you got a divorce, and neither of you can afford it on your own. That's a short sale.
Yep. Yeah, because you guys don't see short sales right now. You don't see foreclosures right now. But I think
less than 3.5%.
I think in the next, in our next 2 years, 3 years, we're going to start seeing some of that again. We'll have a show in the next 2 to 3 years that we talk about, hey, let's just remind people what a short sale is, what foreclosures and some of the rules around that. But right now it hasn't been that way. But I anticipate it again, and I don't think it's smart that we have zero down programs. But they exist and they're here. And
I got one going right now. It's closing next week.
Yeah, let's go. But what do? I mean, you're also going to take advantage of it. We're the largest retail lender in the country. Of course, we're going to have every program available
for folks. Yeah.
It's so funny because everybody in our industry, like your industry, is recruiting. And so we get calls all the time. Hey, come here. Come. So, I had one conversation this way. I said, tell me about your 2-1 buy down. Well, we don't offer that product yet, but we're going to try to get that. We're working on it. We're going to try to get that set up with a broker, and it's going to be fantastic. I'm just like, man, you guys have nothing.
Right.
Right now, you have to be with a larger lender in order to have all the arrows in the quiver to shoot to get a deal done right now. So, We're just going through another variable income training because the way people are calculating income is kind of weird. And we're just doing everything we can. So for people out there looking to get into a property right now, God bless you, and we're going to get it done for you, right? So that's why you got to work with somebody who can actually get deals done. We don't have much time left, so I'm just going to give contact information. Everything starts with a conversation, just like with you guys. Starts with a conversation. We can give all the information here, but at the end of the day, your set of circumstances are different, and we want to address you specifically. And you can reach me at 651-231-2500, 651-231-2500.
That's it for this week. Log on to our website, hittnergroup.com, HITTNER group.com. You're listening to Real Estate Chalk Talk. You can also give us a call, 612-627-8000. That number again is 612-627-8000, and we'll see you next week.
You've been listening to your Real Estate Chalk Talk with the Hittner Group.